Hi gang, today we're going to be doing an unhaul vlog style video. I love filming these, I find them super cleansing, I find them super fun, I know you guys enjoy watching them. We are doing this for 3 reasons today. Reason number 1 is shelf space. I am quickly running out of shelf space yet again. Are we surprised? Probably not. I would like to blame book boxes. Pre-orders and my lack of self-restraint when I go into a bookshop. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2, I like to try and refresh my library as often as I can just to make sure it still represents my reading taste, and if there is anything on my shelves that I don't think does anymore, or maybe something I've already read and don't feel like I need to keep, then I am happy to move that along to somebody else that's hopefully going to enjoy it more than I did or more than I might have. And the third reason is the most exciting reason. I am venturing into photography as a profession. It's going to be a slow transition, but I am so excited about it. The thing about photography is that it's quite expensive, and whilst I do have a proper camera with good lenses, there is a couple of extra bits that I need, and specifically 2 lenses to do wedding photography with that I don't currently have in my gear kit, and I do need to get those at some point. They're not cheap. Photography gear, it's not cheap, guys, it's not cheap. So I need to be doing my best to try and work towards being able to afford these lenses, and being able to unhaul and hopefully sell some books from today's video is going to help me put a little bit of money in a pot towards that and just slowly work my way towards that goal. So those are my 3 reasons. I have no idea what I'm putting off my shelves today. Let's start the unhaul. Immediately, I know I can get rid of this one. This was very bollocksy. I saw loads of people talking about this, and it's like a guide to creativity, but for a guide to creativity it's really boring and just did not click with me. I've heard the audiobook is better, but I don't feel the need to cling on to a physical copy that I think cost me like 25 quid or something. It's got like a ribbon bookmark and everything. I mean, it kind of looks like a boob to me. I don't know whether it's just meant to be deeper than, you know, I am understanding it to be, but it wasn't for me. So this one is the first to go. If you do want to pick any of these books up, by the way, I will be selling a majority of them on my Vinted, which I will leave linked down below. I am filming this a little bit in advance of when you're going to be seeing it, so some of them might have already gone, but I will leave a link down below. Okay, this one I've been debating about for a while. This is the signed WATERSTONES sprayed edge edition of Empire the Vampire. I read it. I didn't hate it, it was fine, but I'm not going to continue with this series, and I don't really feel like I need to own this if I'm not going to buy any of the future ones, and I haven't bought the second one in this series, so I think this one's gone. Another goner, and a rather new addition to the shelves, is The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I don't think I'm going to bother with any more Alex Michaelides books. This one was meh to the definition of the word meh, so it is gone. On that note, I also don't feel like I need to keep hold of this copy of The Silent Patient either, because again, meh. Most unhaul videos I just tend to leave these shelves alone because these are like my main shelves. They have a majority of the books that I'm very rarely going to unhaul. Not so much like the bottom 2, maybe they have a couple more, but generally the top ones are pretty safe. However, I've been thinking about this for a while, and we're doing something. Okay, this I am still not 100% sure on, but I think it makes sense. Right, so this is the Bone Season, the Mime Order, and the Maas Falling. It is missing the Song Rising because I just can't get that one for not like really steep prices. These 2 are secondhand. This one is the Goldsboro edition, I think. I have been umming and ahhing about this for a while, but I don't think I'm ever going to find the Song Rising for a reasonable price that I'm okay paying. And I have pre-ordered the Forbidden Planet special editions, which are going to match this one. I really love this cover. I just think it's fun. The colours are engaging. There's so much going on. I really like the sprayed edges. I really like this cover. So to collect these covers instead, I think is going to be a better path for me, given that I'm going to be able to get them all matching. I don't need 2 copies of this series in hardback. I already have the paperbacks. I think I've got the first 3 in paperback in the old covers. This is what happens when you get mid-series cover changes, and then they went back to this cover. I don't know. I don't know where I stand with it anymore. They changed the covers so many times. So I think that it's time. I don't know. I love this one. I'm so bad with this. Maybe I could keep this one and just get rid of these 2. I really like this one. It's yellow and it has a bee on it and it makes me happy, but I think that it would benefit me more to be able to sell these and put the money towards the camera gear than it would to keep them on my shelves when I know that it's not a complete series anyway, and I am going to have a complete series in these covers. So I'm trying to be strict with myself to benefit myself in the long run. One of the other ones that I know could go is the tour edition of A Court of Silver Flames. I don't know. I have the hardback. I don't know that I need the tour edition as well, but again, I feel reluctant. These are some of the big ticket books that I have, and I didn't really enjoy that one all that much, whereas I've enjoyed this series a lot more, so like happily keep hold of these. And I don't think they've put the third one on sale for the tour edition yet. Whether they will be, I don't know, but I like having matching sets, and that is only ever going to be that one in that series. I might see how much these are going for and see if it's worth it or not. I'm going to put this in the pile. It's going to be a maybe. I'm going to do some Googling and then I'll decide. Oh my god, look at the new shelf space. Right, see, this is dangerous because then I see new shelf space and I'm like, I should fill that. No, I shouldn't. I just need to rearrange these in a way that looks pretty. Hang on. See? Pretty. Right, I feel like a couple of these ones might be a case of I read it, I liked it, it was fine, but I don't really feel like I need to keep hold of a copy of it. So let's go. First one is going to be The Memory Police, which hang on. This was our Patreon book club pick a couple of months ago, and I didn't really get on with it too well, so that one can go. So can this, which I did enjoy. I read this one for a vlog reading books set in Vietnam before I went to Vietnam. I did enjoy it, I just don't feel like I need to hold on to a copy of it. I also read this one for that video and didn't love this one, so I think this can go as well. This is a WATERSTONES exclusive. I don't know what's exclusive about it. I have no idea. It's not got sprayed edges or anything. Anyway, this one can go. I think that most... Oh wait, no, hang on. I was going to say most of the ones on this shelf are safe, but oh, the plant. I read this one for a cover to cover episode, I think, and I honestly couldn't tell you anything about it. It was just, for me, not clicking, so this one can go. Okay, we're up at the top of the rainbow shelves. I think the Henna Wars can go. I actually can't remember if I think I read this. I bought this one in Canada, and I think I've been holding on to it for, like, the sentimental value of that reason. But I think I read this years ago, so this one can go. I always dabble between these two. I don't know if I'm ever going to make my mind up here, but basically this one is the sprayed edge edition and is really pretty, whereas this one is personally signed to me. And I wish that this one was personally signed to me because I don't feel like I need 2 copies. Well, 3 copies because one's the art, but this is really pretty and very sentimental, so I'm not going to get rid of that. I don't need 3 copies of this book, but this would be the one I'd get rid of, but it's personally signed, and I feel bad. See, it says Dear Beth. I mean, if anyone watching this is called Beth and is interested in this, pop me a line. I think all the books on this shelf are relatively safe. I say this a lot when I put books up here, but I forget that I put books up here, so I need to go through these shelves a little bit more. I mean, they're literally in my plain view every single day, but I very rarely come to them for fictionary and things, so I need to do that more. This is like my books about books section, where again I think we're pretty safe, and then down here is a selection of fantasy. I'm not really sure why these ones are here and not in other rooms, but they're kind of more of some high fantasy, I guess. I don't really know, there's a mix, but I think again these ones are all okay. And then this is graphic novels merged with a couple of Christmassy books in the corner that you can't really see. Hang on. Can you see them? There they are. And then some travel books, kind of, which again are pretty secure. And we're not even going to talk about what's happening down there. It's covered with cushions for a reason. Don't judge me. We're having a prawn cocktail crisp break. This video is not sponsored by prawn cocktails, but they are a superior crisp flavour. Okay, this is what annoys me a little bit about multiple editions of books when there's slight tweaks, because now I want to keep them both and I don't need to, and here is my dilemma. Similar to Midnight in Everwood, this one is personally signed to me. It also is one of the ones with the beautiful covers underneath it from WATERSTONES, I want to say, and it has got the sprayed edges. So that's edition number 1. Edition number 2, different cover. I prefer this cover. I like the fact that this looks like a book. The spines are the same, but this got this bit on the front. It's got this little bit here that says about the night circus. It's also signed, but not personalised, and the underneath of the dust jacket is just like that. It does also have the sprayed edges. So basically the difference is the cover for this one and the fact this one is personally signed. I prefer the cover for this, however it is literally looking the same on my shelves because it's just the spine. I don't need to have 3 copies of this. The other one I have is my Illumicrate one, which is staying. I don't need 3 copies of this. So I think it makes most sense to keep this one. If I wasn't going to be selling this, I think what I would do is I would change the covers. So give this one this dust jacket, but I'm not going to do that if I'm selling them. So, I don't know. I want this dust jacket on this book. I may look at it. I mean, hang on, how is it any more different? It just looks nice. Does it even look any? It is a little bit different on the spine. It's got the circle. I'm going to have a think about this. One of them is going. It's probably this one. Why do publishers need to do this to me? I mean, I appreciate the beautiful book covers, but now I don't know which one to pick. There is zero structure to this unhaul video because we're back in here now to get rid of In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I read this, I thought it was fine, I don't need to keep it, which is the catchphrase for most of my unhauls. I think I plucked this one off my shelves a few weeks ago when I was trying to make some more room for other books and then just put it in my to sell pile, so this one is also in the unhaul pile. There's the pile at the moment. I feel like I can make it a bit more bulky. I think we can do this. I mean, how many books is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 so far. I feel like we could at least get that up to 20. The catchphrase is coming in. I read it. It was fine. I don't feel the need to keep hold of it. Do you know what would free up a lot of space? Is my Sarah J Maas paperbacks. I don't need to hold on to those, and yet I continue to. I think one of them's signed, but not personalised, and yet I'm probably going to keep holding on to them for a little bit longer. Okay, bit of a mix, but we've got Twin Crowns, Proud, and then the first 3 books in the Bone Season series. Now, this one is personally signed. These 2 are signed but not personalised, which makes me unsure. I just feel like in terms of like culling my collection, I have got these books in hardback. Well, I will have once my pre-orders come through. I have them in hardback. I don't need them in paperback. They were in a shelf that I couldn't really see anyway, and I feel like someone else would appreciate them more. So unsure what to do about that one. Again, if there's any fans of this series called Beth, let me know. I might just advertise it and just make it very clear saying, you know, it's signed to Beth, these 2 are not, and sell them separately anyway. And then Proud, I think that's a short story collection. I don't go for short stories so much, to be honest. And then Twin Crowns, I just don't think I'm going to get to that one. So 5 more onto the collection. It seems very weird to me to unhaul a Taylor Jenkins Reid book because I have a little collection of them here, but I started reading this one recently on my Kindle and I could not stand the main character. Immediately we're told that she is like the other woman in a situation where a man is cheating on his wife with her, and her lack of remorse and her dismissal of it just annoyed me so much. I'm sure there's some kind of a redemption element to it, but I couldn't actually get past the first like chapter or 2 because I just was so annoyed at her. So I'm not going to pick this one back up, unfortunately. So this one can go. Okay, we're at 22 books. I went above the 20. Let's see if we can find any final editions. I am being brutal today. I'm getting all of my special editions off the shelves. I don't need 2 editions of Gallant. So this is the WATERSTONES exclusive, which is signed, sprayed edges. This one can also go. Just to round things up nicely to 25 books on hold, we're also going to go for We Had to Remove This Post and Greek Lessons, both of which I have read. And again, guess what? They were fine, but I don't feel I need to keep hold of them. Also, this edition of Greek Lessons is really pretty. Okay, this is the final unhaul pile. Let's go through it. On the bottom, we have got The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. We've got Empire the Vampire, the WATERSTONES exclusive edition by Jay Kristoff. The Fury by Alex Michaelides. In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. The Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dale. The Henna Wars by Adiba Jagirdar. The Bone Season, The Mime Order, The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon. The A Court of Silver Flames, the tour edition by Sarah J Maas. Gallant by V.E. Schwab, Hung Kang's Greek Lessons, We Had to Remove This Post by Hannah Bervertz, Taylor Jenkins Reid, Meet Me in Another Life, Red Dust, White Snow by Pan Huting, Build Your House Around My Body by Violet Cooper Smith, She Is a Haunting by Trang Tran Tran, The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa, The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, The Girl Who Reads on the Metro by Christine Ferre-Fleury, The Song Rising, The Mime Order and The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon in paperback. I'm still unsure about this one because, again, personally signed. Proud by lots of different authors, and Twin Crowns by Catherine Doyle and Catherine Webber. Ta-da! 25 books, we did it! I don't know how many books I was expecting to be unhauling, but it wasn't 25, so I'm quite pleased with this. And also some of the ones I picked off, I feel like are biggies. Like this one, still unsure. You know, I may well remove that from the pile, but I think I'm going to try and keep it in because at the end of the day, I really need to be able to afford this camera gear, and that is really important to me, and it's going to be something that's going to further my career and my life. And that is what I am trying to value when I'm doing this unhaul. I know that all of these books aren't exactly going to like buy all the camera gear for me, but it's a really good starting point. So I'm going to list all these on my Vinted. I'm going to say not right now because it takes a long time, especially like with one of the special editions, some of the special edition ones. I have to research like what the correct price to list those at is. But if you would like to check these out, any that are still available will be linked down below on my Vinted. I think is it UK only? I don't actually know, but do go have a look. Also, with any of these unhauls that I do always share with my patrons first, so they get first dibs on anything. So if you are interested in that, that is also linked down below. Also, just a quick mention for anyone who loves listening to audiobooks, I am a rep for BookBeat, which is a fantastic audiobook listening platform. And if you would like to receive 2 months free, which equates to 40 hours of listening, there is a link down below as well. There's so many links down below, just head down there. It's a great time. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Wait, there's another one. I forgot about the Starless Sea. I just said I was going to pick one to unhaul and then I didn't actually pick one, but we're going to go for this one. I was considering the merits of changing the dust jacket, but I don't think it matters that much given that it is literally just the spine on my shelf anyway. So whichever edition this is book number 26. Now you can go. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.